Welcome to Module 1, Lesson 1 of the Enchanted Interpreter. In this lesson, we'll look at printing, how we tell our program to display information back to us. In the introduction, we wrote the line, "Print Blessed Be." Today, we'll dive into just what print does, why Blessed Be was in quotes, and we'll look at some of the ways we can format what we print. Print is a function that displays or prints information to the console. We'll cover functions in a later lesson. For now, it's just important to know that to use a function or call it, you type the function name, in this case print, followed by opening and closing parentheses. With the print function, we put the data we want to be displayed inside the parentheses. In this case, blessed be. When we run our program, we can see blessed be displayed in the terminal. When we want to print text, we have to put it within quotes. This is called a string. We can use single quotes, as I've done here, or we can use double quotes. If I run the program again, I see the exact same result. Which you use to create your strings doesn't matter, as long as the beginning character matches the ending character. Pause the video now and try writing a few print statements. Try printing your name and what your favorite color is. Remember, to run your program, the command is going to be Python and then the file name with the extension. In my case, I type Python space lesson.py and then hit enter. If you don't see the terminal, just click terminal and then go to new terminal here, or you can do control shift backtick. How'd you do? I'll go ahead and update my first print statement to be my name, and I'll add another with my favorite color. Favorite color is purple. We'll save that and run it. And if you wrote more than one print statement, you'll notice that each displayed on a new line. There's my name is April, my favorite color is purple, in the order that they were written. When you run a Python program, it executes from top to bottom. If I add a couple print statements, here I can say this will print on the third line and this on the fourth. We'll save it, run it again. And we see the first two print statements are there still, and then we have the third line and the fourth line. The output is in the order that I wrote the print statements. Now let's talk about escape sequences. In Python strings, the backslash, this character, is an escape character. It essentially tells our program, hey, the character after this is going to be handled differently than you would normally handle it. Let's look at an example. Say I want to type, or I want to print, and then he said, this is a quote. If I try to run this, and you can see the warning with the way the color is different. If I try to run this as it is, I didn't save it. Here we go. We get this error. The reason for the error is because to the program, it looks like my string ends here. Then I have all this other text outside of the string, which Python doesn't know what to do with. One solution would be to open and close my string with single quotes. But what if I wanted to say, and then he said, she's quoting me. Now I have an apostrophe and a quotation mark within the string. This is where the escape character comes in. By putting a backslash before the character we need to escape, it tells Python to ignore it. So it says I'm not actually closing my string here. This is part of the string. How do you think you would put a backslash in a string? If you guessed by putting another backslash in front of it, congratulations. That's exactly it. The first backslash says, hey, ignore the next character, and then the second backslash is the character that gets ignored. So we would just see our backslash printed. So if I run it now, and then he said she's quoting me with the quotation marks, and we see our backslash. In the case of single quotes, double quotes, and a backslash, the backslash before them says, hey, ignore this next character, it's part of the string. There are some other escape sequences that can be used to format our strings. \n will insert a new line. Earlier we looked at how you can print multiple lines by using multiple print statements. You can also create multi-line strings in one print statement by adding \n where you want the line break to go. Here we have, and then he said she's quoting me on multiple lines with just one print statement thanks to the escape sequence we used. Another common one is \t, which will insert a tab. We can combine them, like I've done here, to create well-formatted strings when needed. So we can say, here is an example with some indented code. This line is not indented. If we run that one, there's our example. We have our first line, a new line with a tab, and then another empty line, and then the final line that's not indented, thanks to the escape sequences we used here. Now you try. I've written a haiku. Try printing it on 3 lines with one print statement and indent the third line. How'd you do with that one? Here's how I would print the haiku on one line. One line at a time. Then a \n to put a new line. Your program's coming to life. \n for another new line. And \t to indent the third line. Coding is magic. We'll save that and run it. And there's our haiku. One line at a time, your program's coming to life. Coding is magic. And with that, you're ready for the challenge. The GitHub repo for the series is linked in the description. There you'll find the narrative content and the accompanying challenge, which tests everything we covered today. Give it a shot. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next lesson.